My name is Hamid. I'm an instructor at ASM Educational Center. Today I'm going to talk about the difference between security group and network access control. So we're going to talk about security group right here, and then also network access group. Okay, before I do that, let me explain what we did last time. Okay, last video, make sure you watch those videos. We created a VPC in Ohio region with 10.0.0.0/16. Then we have two subnet, public subnet 10.0.10/24. Then we have what? A private subnet 10.0.2.0.24. Okay. Right now, these web server, we create a web server, we install IIS in this one of the instance, and they can access to internet. Okay. These guys, they have access to internet. We did through NAT gateway. Okay, so let me explain to you what's happening here right now. When I go to my browser right now, let me go to my browser. Okay, so let me go to VPC right now. Quickly, let's show what we have. We have a VPC. This is default VPC, and this is VPC we call ASM test 10.0.0/16 is right here. You see that one? Then we have a two EC2 console running right now. Okay, one is called web server 1, that's public. The public IP address is this one is what? 135.872.1.9. Okay, and the private is 10.0.1.128. You can remember from PowerPoint. .1.0.1, that's a public subnet. Okay, so we have a, I'm sorry, that's private subnet, and this is the my public subnet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this right here. I just want to show you that right now. Copy that, and I go here, new tab, and I paste that. So I created a web server. It's called, this is Hamid Web Server 1. Okay, so right now we have access to it. I just want to show what we have done there. Then we have this guy. So what I did, I right click this guy, I connect that. I'm connected to what? My what? Web server. If I can get that up running, hold on a second. So right now I'm inside my what? Connected web server 1. This is the IP address 10.0.123.135.729. Okay, this is my IP address. Now the IP address of the other guy is the let me show you the private IP address of the my things. Let me go to ASM database. This is a private IP, there's no public IP address, and the private IP address is 10.0.2.185. Why is that 2? Because in my diagram right here I'm using 10.2. okay, so that IP address is 10.0.2.185. so if I go back to my here, if I use up arrow key, see, first of all I can go to internet because I have access to internet. I'm showing you where I got those. If I use up arrow key, I can ping what? 10.0.2.18. Why I can do all of these? Because I have a security group, which I'm going to explain to right now. So let's look at the security group. Right now, look what happened. Security group. All inbound traffic is blocked by default. That means you and I, we have to allow that. All outbound traffic is allowed by default. Okay, so this is blocked, this is allowed. You can have multiple security group attached to each EC2 console. That means, let's say my web server can have security group number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Each security group could have something like access RDP, SSH, anything like that. Security group are stateful. It's very important to notice for exam and real life and also interview. What does that mean? That means they come in. If you allow outside, automatically going to be inside too also. Okay. If you have created an inbound traffic in, the traffic is automatically allowed back again. So that's what I mean. I'm sorry about that. If you traffic, that means if I allow HTTP, by default they could have HTTP out. If you allow SSH, by default they could have SSH allowed. So that's called stateful. If you allow inbound, let's say something else like RDP, you can have outside RDP too. You cannot block IP address using security group. Okay, excuse me. Oops, sorry about that. Let's undo that. security group. Instead, you need to use what? NACLs. So if you want to block a particular IP address, you cannot use this security group. You can only specify allow rules, not deny rules. So I can only allow people, I cannot deny, okay? Security group is applied at instance. That's very important. Security group apply at the EC2 count, EC2, but NACL is applied to the subnets, okay? So NACL is applied to what? Subnets. That's very important, okay? So let's go check it out right now. So I'll go back to my VPC right now. So I'm gonna go to web server 1 public. When I come here down, here at the bottom, I can see my secure group. It's connected to this secure group. If I click view inbound rules, now look what happened. I have what? 80.33.89.443 and what? ICMP. I have all of the, that's how I can get access to that one, okay? Now if I go back to here, now notice that I cannot, if I go click here, that take me to my what? Security group that I have it here, okay? Right here, when I go inbound, I create this group last lab. So I have HTTP, TCP, AD, okay? Then I have HTTP, TCP, AD. That means any source can come in, okay? Now look at what happened. I can only what? These are what? Allow inbound. Then also go have outbound. By default, all the traffic goes out. Now let's go. Let's see if I go delete this one. If I go delete, I'm going to click edit right here. I just want to show you now. If I click the HTTP and what? HTTP, what is IPv6? If I can save, okay? Now again, when I view here, I have no what? See, right? I have no HTTP access. That means this is inbound risk. That means I should not be able to what? Come, see this one I could do it. Let me go refresh. I press enter. See, it's trying to connect. So the most important part is if you want people come to your website or web server, you have to what? Allow it, okay? You have to do what? Allow it. That's very important. That's why I meant that, okay? Right here, one more time. All inbound traffic is blocked by default. So I have to what? Allow it, okay? So see that? It's not allowed. So if I go back to here, let's go back to here. I go back to this guy, and I go back to this security group, which I create that. And I'm gonna say edit. Then I'm going to add rules. Then here I'm going to say what? HTTP, okay, 80. Now here I could have anywhere, or I could what? My IP address. My IP address will pick up my what? Custom IP address, okay? That means my local IP address. So I'm going to say what? Anywhere. Anywhere like that, I'm going to say what? That means from any source they can come in. As you see, I can only what? This is inbound. Save. I'm going to save it. Then I'll go back to here. Test it again. I'll go back to here. I click refresh. Now I have access to the what? That. Okay. Now notice that in my things, if I go back to my my machine right here, I'm right here. I'm at the what? Web server, but I'm pinging the what? The other guy. Why I can't allow that? Because the other machine, which is the private machine, which is my database, it has a private IP, will allow what? ICMP. So let me run this and say -t. Let it run continuously. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at the security group of what? My if I go back to EC2 console right here, I go back to running instance, okay? Now if I click on what? ASM DB private, when I come down right here, see, view what? Inbound rules. Right now I allow what? Sorry, I allow what? 80.33.89.443 from any source. Actually this is from sources, you know, that means from any kind of like a technical, I should put these rules as what? Coming from network 10 network, which is my public, my private IP address. But right now, see, I'm allowing what ICMP. If I go back to here, now notice that I cannot what edit here. So I have to click this guy. Okay. So this is HTTP rules. Okay. Now I'm gonna see inbound. I have what? HTTP, RDP, and what? ICMP. Okay. So let me rename these and write down HTTP, RDP, and what? ICMP. Okay. Now if I go edit this, let's go edit that. Okay. Now I'm gonna delete what? ICMP. Let's see if I can ping that. As we see, I'm at this ASMDB private. When I go to view inbound rules, I look at here and we see that ICMP is what? Remove. Okay. So I'm gonna go, and this public IP, the private IP address is 10.0.2.185. So I'm gonna go to this PC web server 1 public. Let me go here, and this is web server 1 is. Then I'm gonna try to ping 185. That's the IP address. As you see, ping does not work. Why is that? Because I removed the ICMP rule security group. Again, I'm trying to ping the other machine, okay, which is 10.0.185 is, which is this machine right here. I'm trying to what? Remove it. Now I come back here, okay, nothing there. So let's go add the ICMP. So I'm gonna go back to here, go back to that one. Inbound, see inbound, there's no ICMP. Now let's go add that. Outbound is what? Life is what? Good, nothing wrong with that. But inbound, ICMP is not coming. So I'm going to edit. Then I'm going to add rule. Okay. Then I'm going to pick what? All traffic what? ICMP, right? IPv4. Okay, this will be port range and so on. Now here, I can say anywhere, or I can say my IP or custom, okay? But here we're gonna say anywhere right now, okay? So we want to anywhere like, but technically this should be, let's make it custom. So this should be what? 10.0.2.0/24. And that's the IP address of, if I go back here, just to save that. This is IP address of my public IP address right here, 10.0.1.0. I made a mistake, sorry about that. So the source will be 10. That means I'm allowing only what? Those IP addresses come. So this is more secure, safe. Okay. Now go back to my machine. Now see that? Now I can ping what? The other guy. Why is that? Because I allow ICMP that. Okay. So life is good. So let's go back to our notes again. Again, remember that for this, for secure group, all outbound traffic is allowed by default, but all inbound traffic is blocked by default, okay? And again, you could have multiple secure group attached to EC2 console, okay? Now, what are we going to do? We're going to talk about what? NACLs. NACLs, your VPC automatically comes with default NACLs, and by default, allows all outbound inbound traffic, okay? NACLs operate at what? Subnet level. So EC2 apply, I'm sorry, secure group apply at the EC2, but NACLs apply what? Subnet level. That means I can create one here for this subnet, another one here too, okay? Now notice what it says that your VPC automatic come with default NACLs, and by default all outbound inbound traffic is allowed. So let's look at that one. Let's go back to our console. Go back to here. I go to VPC. On the left side, I'm going to go to what? On the security network access list, NACL, okay? Now this is my region is that right here, and this is why it create that. NACL created by default. That's what I call that, okay? Now it's associated with a two what? Subnet right now. Now look at this. Inbound routes. All it has number. All traffic is allowed, and outbound. If I go back here, outbound is what? all the traffic is allowed. What does that mean? If you look at the diagram right here, that means all the traffic comes inside here, but what's going to block it is the secure group. Now what we're going to do, we can put another layer of that. Let's say I want to block access to what? Web server or particular website. We can use the what? NACLs, okay? Now right now if I go back to my, I'll go back to this web server 1. Let's go back to that one. I'll go to EC2. I'll go to running still, and I'll go web server 1 right now. Okay, now notice the inbound rule is what? Right now I have what? HTTP, all of that are ICP. So right now when I go to that, if I copy this public IP address, I copy that, and I go to browser. Remember from last lab, we created what? We created a web server like here. Okay, so right now I can access that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create NACL, then I'm going to prevent HTTP. So let's go back again to here. Oops, sorry about that. All right, we're going to go back to VPC. Now watch this. I'm going to go create what? NACL access. First I'm going to create what? A custom NACL. And I call this name tag, call that prevent web traffic. Okay, and then I'm going to apply to my VPC, create one. Now watch this. Prevent web traffic. There's nothing associated that. See, there's no association. Now look what happened. Inbound route. By default, whenever you create a new things, is all denied. Outbound bound by default is also what? Deny. So that's very important. Remember that anytime you create custom that, by default nothing is applied that. Now right now look what happened. Association. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to here. Remember that? From the public, I can go to this website. So what I'm going to block that. So I'll go back to here. Back to my NACLs, and I'm going to come what? Inbound routes, okay? Now right now I'm just going to associate, something association. Now look what happened. I'm going to say edit. Then I'm going to put what? The one says public subnet. And then I'm going to what? Save it. So I'm associating the public subnet to this NACL. Now watch this. See, this was original, this was default was 2, now it's 1 right now. As you see, a NACLs can go per subnet. So one subnet has only one NACLs, okay? Now, inbound route, it says what? No traffic. See that? Deny. Outbound route is what? Also what? No traffic. Let's go test that right now. So I'm going to press enter again. Now look what happened. Is what? Blocking. It's a circling, so I cannot access the website. Why is that? Because my what? NACL. So this is another layer of security, okay? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to what? Edit and allow that. So this is prevent web traffic. Okay, see one subnet associated with what? My public subnet, okay? So I'm going to create inbound rules. Now you have to remember that NACLs is what? Stateless. Whatever I do inbound, I have to add one. I'm going to edit. I'm going to add rules. Now they recommend that I start with 100, so I'm going to put 100. Okay, custom that. I'm going to go to what? I don't have to do custom. I do what? HTTP. Okay, TCP. Source, right? Let's just say any right now. 0.0.0/0. I could say my own. Allow or what? Deny. Okay, see that? I can allow or what? Deny. I could not do this on the what? Security group. Here I can do allow, deny. Here I can give a source. In security group you could not do none of this, okay? Then I'm gonna say what? That's it. Oh, let's another rule. Let's say 110. Then we're gonna do what? HTTPS. Let's say if you have HTTPS, it can come from any source. allow or deny. Okay, so save. Now not only we did this, I have to do the same thing as outbound rules too. Edit, because it's a state allow, I put 100. I'm gonna pick what? HTTP. Okay, here destination any 000/0 and allow. Add another rule 110. I'm gonna pick HTTPS destination in group B because it's outbound. That's what it says destination. Allow, right? Then I'm gonna say save. Okay, now let's go back to here. Now see that as we had this. Now let's refresh it. Now look what's happening. It's not what? Working. Because there's something called, which I'm gonna pause that. I have to pause the video and I show you on internet. There's something that Amazon has that, which I have to show you that. In order to make it work, I have to show another concept. So let me pause that and I found that link for you. Okay, so I'm gonna pause right now. Okay, what you want to do, you want to go to Google and type in Amazon AWS Network ACL Secure Group. When you come there, you're going to see Network ACL Basic, Rules, Default, and when you click Custom Network ACL, this one, and also it's called ephemeral ports. That's very important. Let's go to Custom Network ACL. When I go here, I'm going to see basic custom. They create a rule, HTTP, HTTPS, SSH, RDP, and so on. Now look at this, 100, 110, 120, they read and rule. Now here for HTTP, you allow for what? Any sources. That's a good practice. For SSH, what you want to do, you want to allow inbound SSH traffic for your home network. So that's important. So the source is going to be yourself. For RDP, again, in our lab, we just put anything, but for RDP, you do the same thing. You own what? Public IP address. Allow inbound traffic to web server from your home. Now, there's another one you want to add that. This is called custom TCP. This is a port number, and this is from any allow. Look what happened. Allow inbound return IP traffic from internet. That is for requests that originate in the subnet, okay? For more information about how to select approach, they call this ephemeral port. See ephemeral ports. So if I click here, it comes down, which is right here. From the beginning, this is called what? Ephemeral ports. Now here, the example network access in the preceding section use a ephemeral port range of 49.1522. However, you might want to use a different range for network access depending on type of client that you're using with your communicator. Okay, so that means what we have to do, we have to same thing what we did here. Okay, I gotta create a new custom, and this I can pick these ports. I can put from 0 there. So I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go back to my what? Access list. Oops, sorry about that. I'll go back to my here. Prevent that, right? Remember that right now we're accessing that, right? So I'm going to rename this. So let's call this allow. Allow what? Web traffic. Okay. Now what you want to do, you want to what? Edit. Okay, we have 110. I'm going to add that another one. Let's say what? 120. Okay. And again, what you want to do, you want to do RDP all that, because if you don't do that, it's implicitly get denied. So let me do RDP too. Let's say 120, and then I'll call out what? If I can find it, RDP right here, 3389. Okay. And here, for right now, I just said this, but technically, you're supposed to use your own IP address from what? Your home, okay? Then I'm gonna add another rule. Oops, sorry about that. Let's say 130. Custom rules, right? TCP. Now here, I'm gonna paste what? That IP, and then here I said what? 0.0.0.0/0, and we don't need this, okay? So we got to add this, and that's what it's called. What if you go back to here, it's called what? Ephemeral ports. Okay, so I go back here, save it. Now whatever I do outbound, I better use what? Inbound too. So let's go inbound, edit, add another rule. Let's say 120. I'm gonna add RDP again, which was right here at the bottom, 3389. I'm gonna add the port number, and here again for security you gotta use your own what IP address. But right now I just use anything because we just doing lab. Add another rule, 130. This is custom TCP6, and here I copy paste all those port number, and here we say what 0.0.0.0/0. Okay, then I'm going to say what save. So allow web traffic right now. Okay, now let's go test it again. Voila, see, now I have access to what? Internet. Okay, so let's summarize everything what we did. Again, don't forget that NACLs operate what? At subnet level. Each subnet in your VPC must be associated with a NACL. If you do not associate explicitly, the subnet would associate with the default NACLs. So that means each subnet in your VPC must be associated with NACLs. That means if I don't, let's go back to here. If I don't tell associate, let's say I create a new subnet, okay? Let's say I create a new subnet in right here in my VPC. I go back to here. See, right now I have what? My subnet right here. I have a what? Subnet, private subnet, and you have subnet, another subnet. Okay, let's go create another subnet right now. Watch this. I'm gonna say subnet. Sorry about that. Create new subnet. I'm gonna call this subnet. I'm gonna call that second. All right, then public subnet 2 10.0. what? 3.0. Okay, that's the name of that is 24. Okay, I'm gonna pick that. Then here, let's go pick somewhere else, different zone. Okay, for redundancy later. So this is gonna be 10.0. Oops, I have too many 0 here. So backspace 10.3.3.0 slash what? 24. So I'm gonna create what? A new what? Okay, create a what? New what? Subnet. So right now it's create new subnet. Now look at this. I have a private subnet 10.2. I have what? Let's go make a name, create an IC. Private subnet 10.02. Public subnet. Let's go create name, public subnet number 1. And here I click, so it's easier for us for future. Number 2. Okay, all right, so these are my subnets. Okay, see 10 1 2 3. Okay, now let's go to VPC here again. Let's go to NACLs. Now look what happened. The one that I created right here, association, it came to what? See, it came to the default. So that's what that was saying. Look at here again. Each subnet in your VPC must be associated with NACL. If you do not associate explicitly, the subnet will associate with default. That's what happened. Okay, you can associate NACLs with a multiple subnet. However, a subnet can be associated with only one network at a time. So that means right now, see that I have subnet 2 is right here. I can move it to here. I cannot be in 2 NACLs. That's what they saying that. So I can go back to here, allow web traffic, association, right here, edit. This is subnet 1. Then I'm going to add what? Subnet what? Oops, sorry about that. I don't want that. Edit again. This is subnet 1. I'm going to click this. Also what? Subnet 2. So these going to be associated with that. Then I'm going to save. Now look what happened. This was 2. Now this going to be 2. This becomes 1. Okay, let's wait and see. See that? Now I have 2. That's what it says right here. Okay. You can associate NACL with multiple subnet. However, a subnet can be associated with only one NACL. A NACLs contain number lists start with 100 of root that is evaluated. Oops, sorry about that. That is evaluated in order. What does that mean? That means, watch this. Right now, see, I can what? Oops. Oh, because I forgot to do that. That's changed. Right now, let's see if I can go connect to internet. Right here. See, I can access to what? Internet. Now, if I go back to this, so sorry about that. Oops, sorry. Go back to here. If I go back edit to inbound rules, right? When I get edit, see that this is in order. If this guy move after what? Something else, deny, then it's going to read in order. So if I say something else, deny, then it's not going to get access. So the order is very important. 100, 110, 120, and what? 130, so on. Okay. The last thing that we want to do, a NACL has a what? Separate inbound and outbound rule, and each rule allow or deny based on IPS. You have to do what? Explicitly say it. A NACL is what? Stateless. So what does that mean? That means in your NACL right here, in the NACL that we have an inbound. Same thing, we have a rule. You better have what? Outbound. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay. All right. So again, if you have any question or a comment, just contact us at asmed.com. Okay. This is our home pages. This is our landing page right now. It's coming up right now. We have a classes we offer on the Amazon classes right here. We offer classes in daytime, nighttime, bootcamp, and this is our blog is, and everything is going to be on the blog. On the AWS, we have different blogs. So we have blogs on the what? AWS getting started with elastic load balancing. We have elastic load balancing. We have getting started with VPC, how you create VPC, and with the setting up your VPC, and what is the Amazon EC2, setting up EC2, and also Amazon S3. Okay, thanks so much. And yeah, if you have a question, call us at here 301-984-7400, and don't forget to subscribe to our video. Thank you and have a good day.